why comparison is the most stupid idea of all. So that is going to be the topic of our video today. If you really look at nature, nature has been my guru since I was kid. I don't know, I used to write poems on rain. I was in 9 10 and I used to write poems on rain. I used to write poems on trees, and I don't know, I just love to absorb, yeah, and observe, and I don't know, nature has been my guru since long. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just little I'm running nose today, not well, so yeah. uh yeah yeah, nature has been my guru for so long, since I was a kid. I just love to absorb and observe nature. But one thing I always found that nature is so much in coexistence and harmony. But one thing I just never liked about nature, I used to watch Discovery Channel, as a kid, how you're forced and pushed to watch Discovery, that boring Discovery Channel. And oh, it was so stupid. That Discovery Channel, I mean, I don't know, Discovery Channel, pura din they would just show, that animals fighting with each other, they killing each other. I never liked the whole idea. And that's where, my trust dropped about nature. Like, nature always teaches us coexistence. And what is this? Why there is violence, between animals or among animals. But then I grew older, and then I saw humans, and I saw humans are killing each other because of religion. And I thought animals were still better because they were killing each other because of food when there is a need. It's a chain, and still it is in existence, since still it is in harmony. And who said that death is bad? Maybe, like a lion kills a giraffe, and then in next birth giraffe gets to be a human, and maybe giraffe is excited about getting himself killed. Somewhere deep down inside, his higher self, his soul knows that he's going to get to be a human, in the next birth. So like, who am I to sit here and judge an opinion and give opinions? Okay, I don't know if you can see. You can see the moon, right? It looks beautiful, and I'm so excited for full moon. Yeah, once you get into spirituality, there is some sense of thing that you develop with with the moon. I don't know, I established my connection with moon very early on, when I started into spirituality consciously. And then of course later on, now it's sun somehow. We feel and get called, yeah. When you get onto spirituality, it's more about listening to yourself, rather than listening to other people. I mean, of course, you need some support of right kind of people out there, definitely. But ultimately, it's us. Okay, let's come back to the topic. So, where was I? Yeah, comparison is a stupid idea, right? Comparison is a stupid idea. So, if you look at nature, nature is such a coexistence. I don't know, somebody is calling me. That is why my video just got, I'm not even checking who's calling me. This video is important. So, yeah, my phone is on do not disturb mode. When you get into spirituality, you will start keeping your phone on do not disturb modes. Like, Shakti is rising within me, and you cannot call me, when I am into some creative process, when I am into, when I am into with my energy, when I am in, when I'm trying to, make my energy flow towards people who, might be needing, what I'm trying to say here, might be needing the wisdom, that I know. So why comparison is a stupid idea? Let's come back. I always do that. Whatever. Okay, so let's just focus on a tree. Okay, so you know how we call Shiva Swayambhu? You will never find, from where does he rise? You will never know from where does he come, You know why? Why do we say that? You know why? Because he's the first one to wake up. Shiva is the first one to wake up from a matrix. Shiva is the first one to wake up from Maya. He does it on his own, without any grace, without any help. How roots, just come out of the soil, just come out of the seed, out of nowhere, like some magic, and the roots are very invisible, part of the tree, you will never see him. Shiva sits at Shamshan, at crematory grounds. You will never see Shiva. Okay, he sits somewhere, aloof, and tries to do the energy work for the whole planet. He's so powerful. He's so strong, and of course demons are also strong and powerful. But what I love about Shiva, and why am I inclined to Shiva, is because his powers come from his heart, from his heart center. His powers come from, after having all those powers, he still chooses love, and it's so beautiful. He gives away the power, he gives away the energy, and he makes people find God in themselves. It's so beautiful. That's why I'm so inclined to Shiva, because I want to be like him for sure. So yeah, I know nobody tells us, everybody teaches us to be doctor, engineer, lawyer, and whatever in schools, but nobody teaches us we can be God too. They think it's some aloof idea, it's some very advanced idea. No, because now you will gonna find many gods, around you, literally gonna find many gods around you, because we are coming into the 5D earth, we are coming into the new earth. There's a lot of people you can learn from and everything. So yeah, you look at the root, and it just sprouts out of nowhere. It's such a magic, and you will never see the roots. You will never know where is he sitting and doing the work. You will never know him. And then comes the bark. Bark, if you look at the bark of the tree, it's so dehydrated. Matlab, if you look at the bark of the tree, you can never know that water travels through the bark, to the leaves. Can you imagine that, how dehydrated it looks from outside? Have you seen a bark of the tree, how dehydrated it looks from the outside? And I'm like, I cannot even imagine that this is the bark that is giving water to everyone, and he's so dehydrated himself. So the second one who wakes up is Shambho, the second one, after Shiva, who wakes up, and he's a protector. Yeah, so stem is the Kal Bhairava, or you can say the protector. The bark is the protector of the tree whole itself. So bark has stemmed out of root. So root is love in itself. It's very invisible, nobody will know it. Okay, and then we have bark. Bark is the protector. Nobody will ever know that it's bark who's carrying the water for the leaves. Nobody will ever know that. And then we have leaves. Okay, and so now leaves are are the gods, the lesser gods, you can say. Okay, but yeah, so bark is the dehydrated, Kal Bhairava. He is a form of root. He is the part. He is the section. He is a fragment of root. And nobody can think that from root, such an amazing bark will come out. such a powerful bark will come out of the root. Nobody can think that. Okay, nobody can think that. You know, from this small, tiny, thin root, such a strong, bark will come out, and bark is very intense. Kal Bhairava is very. I don't know. Whenever we try to record, some stupid calls will come. You know, like there are forces outside. Trying to stop me from waking people up. Every time, yeah, every time this is happening. But I'm a witch, man. And you can't really mess around with a witch. You may think you're messing around with a witch, but you aren't. You may just think you are. Okay. Yeah. So let me not get into that. Right. So you cannot stop leaves from flowering. You cannot stop leaves from coming. Why? Because they are supported by Shiva, by the protector, Kal Bhairava. So, yeah. And what really happens, in the 3D world, what is the difference between 3D and 5D world, Honestly, I have no idea why we call it 5D world. I think I don't know, like it's a new label that has come out, it's a 5D world and everything. And yeah, I mean, yeah. But I don't know, like, why do we call it 5D? But I definitely get the idea, of the new world. Something is shifting, man. Something is shifting within my own consciousness. Something has shifted within my own consciousness, and yeah, I do feel and see the new earth. It starts to, start feeling it. Oh, by the way, there are many people out there who started to feel energy out of nowhere. Oh god, I was listening to somebody on YouTube, and of course now I'm going to take the name. But you know what? In some sense, this is very good what is happening right now. Some delusionals were really coming up, and I don't know, they're very serious about the delusions. I know, because when you have seen things inside you, you know who is speaking from a place of love, who is speaking from the place of delusion, who is speaking from the place of love, who's speaking from the place of fear, who's speaking from the place of hate. When you've seen things, you've seen your own demons, you've seen your own shadows within you, you've known who you are, you can always know who the next person is. Okay, so that's how it works. So keep doing your spiritual work, keep doing your inner work. So yeah, I've seen a whole lot of people, out there who have started to tell energy. Who's, their spirit guides have started to talk to them, and it's insane. I mean, really. And sometimes I feel, guilty that I have shared a few stuff, that is little higher, or it is little advanced, because I feel that, now everybody might start to feel that, it's scary, it's really scares me, because people can really go into things. But there is also, a plus point to it, because now you will really open your eyes, now you will really activate your six senses, you will activate your whole body, and you will really try to listen. That now the thing is, the world is going to be full of delusionals, frauds, and people are doing what they're doing. Now if you are a spiritual seeker, you're really seeking truth, you're really seeking, to meet and unite with God, then you will really open your eyes. You will really open your eyes, and now you might activate your other senses. And it has happened with me too on my spiritual journey. Not everybody I could trust, while I was walking my spiritual journey, and I really had to see and observe, and feel it within my own self, from what place something is coming. So I can know who's the delusional, who is really speaking from the place of love, who is speaking from the place of fear, who is speaking from the place of separation. So in some ways it is good, if you are on this channel, you are watching me. So I just have this suggestion for you, and don't believe everything. You don't have to even believe me until you have seen it within you, until you've started to feel something within you. You don't have to, believe me even. Okay, take your own time, take your own time, go through your own journey, go through it, go through your journey with God. It's your journey alone. Okay, I am just a reflection, I am just a confirmation, okay, of you, what you might be knowing. Let me only be the confirmation. External को सिर्फ confirmation बनाइए. Okay, don't make it the God. Where was I? Where was I? So yeah, root, then stem, bark, Kal Bhairava, and the leaves. So he is the first one to wake up from a Maya, from a matrix. Then bark, he is a protector. He holds the leaves, for the whole planet to blossom. Kal Bhairava, he is the one who holds the tree, and then the leaves are the colorful, the lustrous green that we have. But what happens really is with the leaves, now when comparison starts to happen, why comparison is a stupid idea. So the people who are in 3D will have a lot of judgments and opinions, and they think of, all of us as separate, but we aren't, right? So so they will try to tell you, oh, you are green in color. That is such a stupid color to be in. I think you should be in red color. What if you would have a red color in your leaves? You would have looked more perfect. Or maybe there should be some yellow color in you. Oh, your veins are not going correct. You know what there is naturally, they will try and give an opinion. They will try and give a judgment to it. I was given judgment by many people around me, and it took me a little time to break down those illusions for myself, and I'm happy that I had these people around me, because they really tested me. I really got tested. That's how, and I have to really break myself from all those opinions and judgments. So people would come and say, why are you into spirituality? At that point, now, yes, people are coming in like we are spiritual and everything. At that point of time, when I was doing my spirituality, or I was listening to gurus, or I was listening to Kabir, Dohes and everything, people would come to me, are you depressed? Are you like and and what's the harm in being depressed? Like, I am acknowledging the fact that I am. What's wrong? Why people are so shameful of accepting where their life is right now? If you are in pain, there is no harm in accepting that. Don't do this to yourself. You're being programmed to just show a happy version of you on social media, on everywhere, at every platform. You'll sit on those tables and you have to say something good about your life, and then people somewhere in between, they're very jealous, and they're starting to compare. Oh, her life is going so well. Oh, my life isn't so well. I think that's I don't know, like, I think love is the juice of life, and everyone is just missing that. Why would you stay in separation? Why will you just hate somebody? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, it just never made sense to me. And now, of course, when I walked my spiritual path, it is making a lot of sense to me right now, of things. So yes, auntie completely distracted me. Auntie was completely staring at me. Shit. I don't even know who she is. Whatever. I'm feeling really hot in here now. Just a second. So people were judging the leaves, right? So yeah, that is, people try to judge me as well. When nobody was getting into spirituality, and I was getting into, so people had ideas like you were boring, or then are you depressed? And I wasn't depressed. I really liked spirituality. I wasn't depressed, I swear on that. Yes, I had a few things going on in my life and I needed answers for those. Yes, I was trying to find answers, but I loved the excitement of finding answers, because nobody told me to do that. I wasn't getting marks for it, I wasn't getting certificates for it. It's something that I really wanted to do. So I was really loving it. I wasn't depressed, and everybody around me really thought I was depressed. I was, sharing statuses and stories, that were little spiritual and everything, and people thought that, oh, she's in pain, and she's, we are just bound, to show a good picture of us online or, in a friend circle. And if you really show a good face of yours in your friend circle, what are those stupid friends for? Friends are for sharing, your life, sharing your stuff with them. Why is this lagging? Whatever. So friends are, friendship is where you can really open up your heart, and speak about your problems. It's really holding that space, isn't it? But we are supposed to sit at the table and to talk about what good is going in my life. I don't get the whole idea. Like, what is this friend for? Like, literally, what is that friend for? And yeah, if your friend doesn't insult you, or your friend, doesn't, you cannot open up your heart with that person, what is that for? I don't get the whole idea. So yeah, for me, connections have always been a deeper thing, and people have really judged me for, like, why am I so open in my friendships to, like, why I do so much for in my friendships too, because we are not expected to do so much in our friendships as well. So I have been judged for, like, almost everything, because I was doing what I wanted to do, and the but people were doing as they were programmed to do. They were programmed to keep this as your priority, and then this as your priority, and then they had these, I don't know, these some programmed ideas, in into them, and I was just being myself, and I was just being that green leaf that nobody liked. I was being told that you should be red, you should be yellow, you should be this, you should, I don't know, and it's their own, and I get the whole idea, and I feel the sensitive. I am a sensitive, and I am an empath, and I completely get the whole idea that they are not happy with themselves. They are not happy with their own green color. They're not happy with their own red color. They're not happy with their own yellow color because somebody else told them that you have to be yellow, okay? Because that's only way you can look good. That's the only way we can love you. If you look green, nobody's gonna love you. You have to look yellow. So I get it. I get the whole idea, but what was wrong was that they were trying to impose that onto me, and that was completely wrong, and I, of course, sometimes, yes, I got into those traps, but eventually I made it out. It took me some time, and I'm still making it out out of a whole lot of things. I'm still making it out of. I'm taking my own space, I'm taking my own space. I'm just trying to take my own space. So that's exactly what people do. People will tell you, you have to be that bark, you have to, why are you a leaf? You should be that bark, you should be that root. Do you even understand the pain of root? Do you even understand the pain of being a bark? And they're standing tall only for that leaves could grow, if leaves could get the water, and what if root thought that, no, I will not, I am the invisible one, nobody will see me, nobody's going to give me the credit, everybody's going to admire the leaves for the beauty, why should I grow a bark for these leaves, or why should I even grow further? That's exactly what people are doing to themselves. They are living in separation, where we are all are one, my dear. That's why comparison is a stupid idea. Somebody wrote in my last comment, and I mean, she really liked the video. She had her own admirations, and then she said that if I get into jealousy, or if I get into all of these things, then I'll create negative karmas in my life, and further on it will bring me into loop and cycle. You really don't have to think that way. I know ये बहुत घिसा पिटा idea है हमारी spirituality में, right? I completely get that idea. And there are a whole lot of illusions out there, even in spirituality, even in religion. I completely get, but it's good that you're finding, and I'm glad that you're finding, I'm glad that you're finding things out, you're trying to discover. So it's so good, right? But when you just know the truth, you will never get into comparison, because you are unique and you are needed in your own ways. I was given an opinion that I am weak because I'm sensitive, and look at me now. I can do the energy readings for the planet. I know what is going on in the planet. I can feel the planet's frequencies. I can feel the energies just because I'm sensitive. And at one point of time, I was really, really told that I was weak because I was being just sensitive, So, yeah. Imagine that. So, when you come into the truth, when you see the laws of the universe, when you see how coexistence we are, and our basis is Shiva, when we understand that our basis is Shiva, is we come from Shiva, when we understand that, you're going to drop comparison, because comparison is a stupid idea, and that's it. Separation is a stupid idea. We are all one. Love is that one energy that we all are, And yes, even that happens. You get into jealousy, you get into karmas, you get into cycles. Yes, that is one thing. But of course, that thing is there. But when you look at, the laws of the universe, you will understand that how stupid it is, and you get into loops of cycles just to understand this one stupid fact, that we are all love, we are all one energy. And it's stupid to compare ourselves to another. It is stupid to see God into somebody else. It is very stupid. It's very stupid. What if Apple said to Orange that, you are a loser. Look at me, I am orange. You are red in color. People do that. People literally do that to each other, isn't it? People's comparison is so stupid and baseless. It doesn't make any sense. You are different in your own ways. You are beautiful in your own ways, right? People literally do that. Oh, you are black, and for so many, such a long history, what black people have really suffered, what transgenders have suffered, in such a long history, just for being different. Like, what's wrong with us? They are just different and beautiful in their own ways, and who are we, to tell them that they need to change their color? No, it's so wrong. It's a crime, it's a sin itself to see God into somebody else, to find that somebody else is more greater than you. That person is just different. That's it. And it may just take him or her that time to know who she or he is. Okay? That's all. That's all. So my understanding of life comes from Shiva, and yeah. And I'll always choose love, Yeah. Because I grew on that tree. I was that leaf because there was somebody out there who was the root. There was somebody out there who was the dehydrated bark out there, So everybody has to take their own role, in this chaotic world that is there. Everybody has to take their own role. But people are programmed into separation. People are programmed into comparing themselves with each other. Oh, don't be that. Oh, don't be this. And people who are comparing, people who give me opinions and judgments, I know they are literally, I know somebody has really told them in their ears that you are not loved, you are not beautiful. I know that. I also see that the other side of it, you know, when I am on this side now. So, yeah, you really have to work on your traumas. You really have to work on your insecurities. You really have to get to the truth, which I just very easily gave it today, you know. But you have to bring it down deep inside you. And that your spiritual journey is going to do that for you. So don't worry. Once I was just watching a YouTube video, and there was this guy who was telling, I have learned these things it took me 10 years to learn these things in life. Be humble, because this will save your energy. Then third point. And I was like, it took you 10 years, brother. It could take me 12 years to understand that. It could take somebody 20 years to understand that, because it is their journey. How much, they have gone against their own nature. They have created that heap, they have created that karma. So it may take somebody 1 second to understand that one simple fact, and it may take somebody 20 years to understand that one simple fact. Because the more you have worked against your nature, the more karma you have created. And now you have to pay that debt. It will take time for you to really get, to really come into that alignment, to really come into that harmony with the nature. It is going to take you time, my dear. That's why some people are, more spiritual, or get, are, I won't say more spiritual, but yeah, some people are more spiritually aware because they have little less karmas, and then again we compare them. And we say, why this person is more. I see people and that's all what they do. Why this person is more spiritually aware and I am not? Because you fool, you didn't do the work. And now don't take it on your ego. Because if you call me a fool, I'm not going to take it on my ego. Because I am. Everybody is a fool in some way, right? So, yeah. Yeah. So, because you have more karmas, okay? And rather than judging and comparing yourself to somebody, why don't you just bow down to somebody who's more spiritually aware? Because in your bowing down, he can really guide you, or she can really guide you. You become more receptive to somebody's knowledge and wisdom if you learn to just bow down with a pure heart. It's not like you have to like butter the person, okay? Even if that person gets into trap of your buttering and everything, still it is not going to work, because you cannot lie to the deeper intelligence that is within you. Okay, you cannot lie to that, the soul there within you who's listening, who's silent, who's listening there. He's listening. He's there, he's listening. Okay, she's there, she's listening. Okay, that deeper intelligence within you, she's listening me. She's listening to me. So that deeper intelligence knows. So I think I just dropped a lot of truth bombs today. I don't know if you really gonna. I don't know. I'm just trying to be really nice in putting those deeper truths in front of you. Yeah, I just hope I was nice. Because I really want it to work for you. That is why. I don't care like about anything else, but I really wanted to work for you. So yeah, that's what I want to say, For example, why do we bow down in front of a guru? Because that's exactly how we learn. That's exactly how, with if you really have purified yourself and you really bow down with that deep sense of really understanding, we've come to that deeper intelligence of that really understanding that how beautiful your guru is, and your guru could be anything, an aunt, a tree, a nature, animal, whatever. You bow down to it, it gets into you. How we touch the feet of our elders, You know why? Because somewhere we are becoming receptive to their energies, bowing down in front of a gods and everything. It has some sense to it, you know. And imagine we compare ourselves to the god. ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा सही है ऐसे नहीं होता है comparison is a stupid idea. That's exactly what I'm trying to do here. Shatter your illusion, shatter your programming. Okay, we are all one energy and you cannot exist separately. We all exist together into this. Okay, you are special, you are unique, and if people don't love you for who you are, then you should separate yourself from those people, and connect with Shiva. You will always find your roots, you will always find that bark, from where you came from, and you're not going to feel lonely or you're not going to feel alone. So yeah, comparison is a stupid idea. Thank you for watching the video. You can drop any comments, you can ask questions. I would love to give you answers in the best possible way. Yeah, thank you for watching the video.